Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video we're going to do the detailed and full review of the Honor 9i. So the Honor 9i is the latest smartphone from Huawei Honor in India, and this device is priced 17,999 and comes with quite good specifications, and this is the first smartphone with a full view 18:9 aspect ratio display and 4 cameras. So this comes with the dual cameras on the rear panel as well as on the front panel. It has 4 cameras and a full view 5.99-inch Full HD Plus display. So that's the device highlights, and now let's go straight into the detail aspects to see how good the device is for this price segment. So without any further delay, let's get started. First step, let's have a look at the design and build quality. So design wise, the Honor 9i has a lot of resemblance to the Honor 8 Pro. In terms of the rear panel, you can see the rear panel design looks quite similar to the Honor 8 Pro. You can see curved edges, rounded corners, and matte finish rear panel looks quite similar, but the camera placement is quite different. We have a dual camera setup here, LED flash, the fingerprint scanner below it, and also the Honor logo below it. Now on the front panel we have this 18:9 aspect ratio. It comes with a 5.99-inch Full HD Plus resolution display, that's 2160 by 1080p resolution, and it has 2.5D glass as well. Now on the sides, you can see on the right side we have the power and volume keys. The bottom panel houses the 3.5mm audio jack, the micro USB charging slot, and the speaker unit, and top panel does not have any openings or slots. And on the left side we have the SIM tray, and we also get a hybrid slot where you can expand the storage at the cost of one SIM card. So that's the design aspect of the Honor 9i. So overall, the Honor 9i looks really good in terms of design and build quality. It feels pretty premium as well, the material quality, and also the fit and finish looks really good. Although it does have the tendency to slip out of the hands because it's a curved edges, but overall it gives a good feel altogether. Even though it's a large screen, the 18:9 aspect ratio makes the device pretty compact. Now the device comes with on-screen navigational buttons and very less bezels. Now next step, let's talk about the display. So the phone comes with a Full HD Plus resolution display, that's 2160 by 1080p resolution display, and we have an 18:9 aspect ratio, 5.99 inches, and it looks quite good as well. So the touch response feels pretty smooth. The display is crisp, vibrant, and also colorful as well, but the viewing angles are quite decent, and the outdoor visibility is something which was not that great. Even if you're using with maximum brightness under sunlight, it was not very much visible. So that's the only concern with the display. Other than that, it feels quite good in terms of display department. Next step, let's talk about the software. So this phone comes with Android 7.0 out of the box, and we have EMUI on this device. That's the latest version of EMUI, but Android version is just Android 7.0. And looking at the software, EMUI 5.1 comes with really good options and tools. You can see it does come with an app drawer which was not available on the previous version. We have reviewed the EMUI 5.1 on a 6X as well, and it does come with additional features like App Twin, where you can have multiple instances of the same app like WhatsApp, Facebook, etc. And additional features like smart assistants, where you have motion control, one-handed UI, smart headset control, then mirror share is included, gloves mode, and floating dock also included. So these are some really useful tools included, and you can also customize the navigational button. You can see you can also add additional options. You can interchange the back end multitasking option, and these are some really useful options. And you can also switch between standard layout and a layout with app drawer. So these are some of the useful features in the EMUI 5.1. Additionally, it also comes with support for themes. You can download additional themes from the theme store. A lot of themes are included, and you can customize the device. And if you look at the notification center, you can again do a bit of customization on the notification center. So overall, the EMUI is one of the really good UIs available with great features, options, and customization options as well. Now the latest version of EMUI also promises better performance. Now talking about the performance, so this phone is powered by the Kirin 659 octa-core chipset coupled with 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of storage included. So in terms of day-to-day experience, we did not see any sort of issues, and it was quite responsive overall, and app opening was also really fast on this device. We have done a speed test comparison, and you could see that the speed test comparison of this device, the Honor 9i, was really good, and the app management, or rather the RAM management, was really good on the EMUI 5.1. want, and it was able to retain all the apps including heavy graphic rich games without any issues. So the RAM management and the overall app performance is really good. But where the Honor 9i isn't that great is the gaming experience. So we played heavy graphic rich games on this device including Asphalt 8, Modern Combat 5 and Nova 3, and we found that the gaming experience was not that great. It was kind of laggy at times, and overall when we play with high graphic settings, the gaming experience was not that great. This was almost the same case with Honor 6X when it was released, but after the update to Android Nougat, it was much better. So we expect Honor to release an update with the gaming experience, so it should improve in the coming updates. So that's the performance aspect. This phone comes with dual SIM cards and 4G LTE and also voltage supported. So you can see that we are right now using 4G LTE on the Jio SIM card. Now the phone comes with hybrid SIM card, so you can expand the storage at the cost of one SIM card. Now the call quality on the device was really good. There was no issues whatsoever, and Huawei devices are really known for great clarity in terms of the voice calls. Now you can also see that the speaker is located at the bottom panel. The speaker does a decent job altogether. It's not the loudest speaker out there in this segment, but it did a decent job altogether, and the output was quite acceptable. Now next up, let's talk about the fingerprint scanner. So the fingerprint scanner is located on the rear panel, and similar to other Honor devices, the fingerprint scanner on the 9i also can do a lot of additional tasks like locking of apps, opening up the notification shade and browsing through photos. So additional options are included for the fingerprint scanner similar to other devices, because the EMUI supports a lot of options for the fingerprint scanner. Now the fingerprint scanner performance looks quite okay, and it's quite fast as well. It may not be the fastest out there, but it does a decent job altogether, and it's quite accurate as well. Now next up, let's talk about the cameras. So the phone comes with 4 cameras. It has a dual camera on the rear panel. It's 16 and 2 megapixel camera combination with an LED flash, f-stop 2.2 aperture and autofocus. Now on the front panel we have another dual camera setup. It's a 13 primary camera and a 2 megapixel secondary camera with f-stop 2.0, and here again you get an LED flash. Now let's open the camera interface and see how good it is. So this is the camera interface, and you could see that similar to any Honor phones, it does come with plethora of modes and features. You can see a lot of modes are included. Pro mode, pro video is included, night shot, time lapse, slow motion, and whole lot of features are included. And the camera interface is also feature rich. It does support portrait mode. You can see portrait mode does have this option of blurring the background, the bokeh mode, and the beauty mode is also included. And there is also wide aperture mode, which was seen on all the Honor smartphones, where you can change the aperture values even after editing, taking the photos. Now the phone also comes with a pretty good front camera. You can also take bokeh mode and portrait images using the front camera as well. Now let's have a look at the camera sample taken with this device. So here you could see the daylight captures were quite good and good color quality, but at times it did saturate the images, and overall clarity of the photos also looked pretty good. The detailing is pretty good, but the overall sharpness levels was not very impressive. And if you zoom in, you could see in some conditions the noise was slightly creeping in even in daylight captures. But overall it did a decent job altogether in terms of the daylight captures. Even in close-up images it was quite good, and the bokeh mode did a decent job with wide aperture as well, and you could get good bokeh effects on the close-up images. Now the low light captures were again quite acceptable, we would say. There was noise in the low light captures. Extreme low light captures were noisy, but with adequate lighting in the low light conditions, then we would say it does a decent job altogether. It may not be the best smartphone in terms of the low light performance, but it did a decent job altogether. Now the selfie experience is one of the best aspects of this phone. It comes with a dual camera, and the selfies are pretty much really good, and the bokeh mode in the selfies was not very accurate, but it did a decent job altogether, and probably one of the good selfies focused smartphones in this price segment. Now the video recording of this device was again quite acceptable. It did produce some decent result, but unfortunately there is no 4K recording on this device. So overall the dual camera on the Honor 9i did a good job altogether, except for a few conditions where the performance was not really up to the mark like any other Honor smartphone. You can also check out our detailed camera review of the Honor 9i to see how good the camera performance is in different light conditions. Now finally let's talk about the battery. So the phone comes with a 3340 mAh battery and the battery performance is quite good, but unfortunately this device does not support any sort of fast charging, and the battery screen on time what we got on this device was around 5 hours and 14 minutes. That's the maximum we got. So approximately 4.5 to 5 hours is expected on this device with moderate usage, and it can last 1.5 days of battery life with the screen on time of around 5 hours. So it's not a bad performer, but it's not a stellar performer like the Redmi Note as well. So that's the battery aspect of this device. So now summing up, how good is the Honor 9i for the price of 17,999? So let's quickly have a look at the pros and cons of this device. So the pros include good design and build quality. The display is good to use because it's an 18:9 aspect ratio. The software EMUI offers tons of features and options to customize, and app performance is also pretty good. The cameras did a decent job altogether, and the battery life was kind of average. Summing up the cons, the gaming performance was not that great. It was struggling with high graphic rich games, and the outdoor visibility of the display was kind of average, and the low light performance of the device was not that great. So priced at 17,999, the Honor 9i does a good job altogether. It may not be the best value for money device out there, but for the features being offered, the highlight features being offered, it does a decent job altogether. So that's the detailed review of the Honor 9i with the pros and cons. So thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. And if you plan to buy this device, this is available exclusively on Flipkart, and we'll share the link in the description of this video. So thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.